Welcome to another edition of Would You Rather. Today's Would You Rather is, would you rather be an extra in an Academy Award-winning film or be the star of a crappy movie, and both of them pay the same amount? Asti will argue the extra in an Academy Award-winning film. T-Fan will argue the star in a crappy movie. Asti, start us off.
I would rather be an extra in an Academy Award-winning film because that looks good on your resume. They're going to look at that. Oh, you were in that film? You must be good. You're hired, sir. If you're in a crappy film, if you're the star of a crappy film, it was probably crappy because you're a terrible actor. Also, they see that on the resume, they're like, oh, that's bollocks. Let's go on to the next person, please. Rubbish. And you might get to go to the Academy Awards.
I would rather star in a crappy movie. Reason being, exposure. I'm not getting paid a lot. Yeah, it's a crappy film. It could be crappy for so many different reasons. It could be bad writing. It could be bad cinematography. It's not going to be me. I mean, I'm not the weak link here. Could be a bad director, even. Anyway, I get the exposure, and you get a leading role. That means you were the best out of all the people that came to that audition. So, figure there's at least a couple hundred people that you're better than. With an extra, you show up, and they're like, okay, will you accept $100 for 40 hours of work? You say yes because you want to be a part of a big film. Guess what? They'll throw you in there. Doesn't matter. You don't have to have any kind of experience or any kind of skill to be an extra. You have to stand in the background. Leading role in a movie, it'll get you places. Everybody has to get a start somewhere. A lot of the big stars started out in crappy movies and they worked their way into something much bigger.
I'll have you know, being an extra takes an awful lot of skill. You have to look natural, and that takes a lot of acting ability. I don't think you'd be able to cut it, to be honest. Anyway, being an extra, you're making connections with all these, the greatest in the industry. You could have lunch with the director, play poker with the star. You're making good connections. You're going to work your way up.
In a leading role, you have to have so much more skills. You have to repeat the same lines over and over again and be on cue all the time. You have to be on all the time. There's no break. There's no, okay, extra number 745, I want you to stand 2 feet to the left. That's your skill, is to be able to move and listen to the director's telling you to go over there. I have to be in the moment. I have to, say, cry at certain times when I'm not really sad. That requires a lot stronger skill set, and that's why it's a better idea to be a lead role, and it opens doors. It's going to look a lot more impressive on a resume if you're a lead role than one of 1,000 extras in a fight scene or something like that.
Or arguments. It looks better on your resume to be part of an Academy Award-winning film. If you're part of a crappy film, it's probably crappy because you're crap. I've seen a lot of shitty movies. The actors are bad. You make connections with people who matter in the industry. If you're in a crappy film, people are going to remember that and say, I'm not going to watch that guy. He was shit.
I would rather star in a crappy movie because it opens more doors, it shows you have a stronger skill set than being an extra, and everyone has to start somewhere. You start with a crappy movie, then one day you'll be starring in that Academy Award-winning film.